Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Aaron B. Welcome to Tacos and Touchdowns Live. So we're back with Volume 2 with Path to the Draft Series, and I got my guy from Mississippi Valley State, Ronnie Thomas. How you doing, Ronnie?
Doing good, man. Excited to be here.
Yes, sir. So first question I wanted to ask you is, what age did you start playing football?
Around 5 years old, playing flag football for the YMCA league, just
Okay.
around having fun and everything. I know what I'm doing, but just knowing I'm having fun out there.
Yes, sir. What position did you would you play when you were in the little flag football?
Man, they ain't even I was online blocking a little bit, but I think on defense, like we was just all out there. I don't even know if we had set positions. We all just like, I caught a pick one time. I don't like we was just all out there.
Oh, was the rest history after that pick though?
This was history. It
that's how when people say that, I'm like, then football was on then.
was on. I was
Yes.
like, that's my last pick though. It was.
Hey, you may get one in the near future. You never know.
I'm hoping for.
Yes, sir. So, who was your biggest influence growing up?
Gotta be my parents, just because of how they raised me and everything that they taught me growing up. They really kind of instilled just that mindset in me, that ambition in me that I got now that I'm older. So they was really the ones that I just watched and try to model myself after.
That's what's up. So, my next question is: so you're in high school. When did you know that you had the opportunity to play college football?
Probably had to be my junior. That
Okay.
was my breakout season before my senior year. Broke out, had good number of sacks. I think I finished that season with like 9 sacks and a bunch of TFLs. I think I had 20 TFLs that season and like 100 tackles. So I kind of knew right then once the JUCO started hitting me up in Mississippi, and then my first Division 1 offer was Jackson State towards the end of my junior year. So it was I think I knew right then, like, okay, man, I got the chance to play a little football towards the beginning of my college career. It won't be it after high school.
Yes, sir. So I did a little research. I seen that you went to Eastern Central Mississippi Community College. Am I right?
Yeah, East Central Community College.
Can you describe your time there? Because I know a lot of people have stories about being in the JUCO. It's a lot different from the college.
Man, it was tough. It was tough that freshman year. Like it was like everything was ran like an army, man. It was just wake up at 5 a.m., go work out. Every part of your day was designed to football, and in the middle of nowhere, like nowhere. So your time was always devoted to football. You had nowhere to go. Everything was just tough, like but it kind of made you understand that I'm not here to have a good time. I'm not here to spend 4 years here. Like I'm here to do what I gotta do and get up out of here. So I say my time at EC, it built a lot of mental toughness in me, but it also made me a way better football player, and it helped me become a better man in the long run. So I always say I enjoyed my time at East Central.
Yeah, that's the most important part. I noticed a lot of the community college out there that have the football teams. Like they always make sure them schools are like set in the middle of nowhere. It's like they're not in the big cities. They're like, yo, this is your focus on the school and you focus on football, whatever sport you playing. So
Man, in the middle of nowhere, every last one of them.
hey, we both from the south. We know a lot of there's it's not all about city. There's a lot of middle of nowhere type of towns out there.
Facts. Yeah, you already know being from the South.
Yes, sir. When so you end up transferring to Mississippi Valley State. When did you know that was the school for you?
Man, I think I want to say just my first day when I took my official visit, and I just seen how everybody was so close around the campus, and how when I was just touring, how everybody knew each other's names, everybody was so tight, and the campus was small. Like Mississippi Valley, our campus is kind of smaller than a lot of the Division Ones. But I always enjoyed that because it gave you kind of that sense of everybody know everybody. Everybody know everybody.
Absolutely.
Like it's like a little family in the business. So I like that. That made me realize, like, okay, I everything happened for a reason. One and two, I feel like I'm at home here. I feel like I'm at home. Valley. I always tell people Valley that place where if you miss a class, your teacher pull up to your dorm like, "Hey, we got class. What you doing?" So it's definitely a family environment.
And that's kind of the biggest plus about going to small school because I went to a smaller college as well. It's like you don't get that feeling when you're at some big colleges. You're just a number, and if you miss a class, nobody's gonna get on you or anything like that. It's just like they don't even know your name at them schools. There's like 100 or 1,000 people in the class, but I bet you had classes where you had like 50 or less people in a classroom.
Like everybody right there. Like everybody right there. The teacher right here. So that's how I always used to be. But I love it. Like I loved it. Definitely loved it.
Yes, sir. So you kind of answered a little bit, but can you describe Mississippi Valley State in 3 words?
Man, family, fun, and a little bit third word. Country. Country. Like country for sure. Country.
Hey, you from the country, it don't bother you, does to be.
Nah, it don't bother you. People walk to the calf in cowboy boots, cut off blue jeans, shorts, and white beaters. Like I've seen that. I was like, okay, I'm definitely in the country now. I'm
Yes,
definitely
sir. So you're a part of the SWACs. What's one school that you couldn't stand, but you love playing against them every time you play them?
Jackson State. Couldn't, couldn't stand them. I couldn't stand them, man. Like every week, like when we played Jackson State, it was Jackson State week. You knew it was Jackson State week. Like we didn't even call them by their name. We would just be like, we playing that school over there on Lynch Street. That's all we know. We playing that school on Lynch Street, down the street. So, but when Jackson State and Valley played, I mean, it didn't matter if it was in Itabino or in Jackson, Mississippi. The environment was gonna be crazy. I mean, it was gonna be lit, turned, everything. Like my first time seeing Rice Titan Stadium packed out was when we played Jackson State, and it was a great game. So, I mean, it was just exciting. Everybody outside having a good time. Everybody talking trash the whole week. Everybody like, man, hey, all the old heads coming back. Like, man, it's just a fun game, man. Like probably one of the top things I'll miss about being at Valley is the Jackson State versus Valley games because they was big. They was just always big
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that Jackson State was going to be that school that you couldn't stand but love to play them.
every time, man. Every time. But I definitely enjoyed them games. Love playing them. Couldn't stand them at all.
Okay. So I actually did a little more research on. So I seen that you beat the record, the single season record of with a 10.5 sacks. When did you know that you got that record?
It was at the Southern University game. Man, I had sacked the quarterback.
Man.
I think a long arm the QB. I mean the old lineman into him. Got off, sacked him, and my helmet flew off. And I got up and I walked back to the sideline. Everybody walking up to me like, "That was it. That was it. That was it." I'm like, "What you talking about? What you talking about?" But then you broke it. You broke it. I'm like, "I broke what, man?" They're like, "You broke the single season sack record." I'm like, dang, I didn't. Like that's 10 sacks for real. 10 sacks is just it seems so far away because that was my goal at the beginning of the season. Like, I want to be double digits. I want to be double digits in sacks. They can't ignore double digit sacks. But I never knew the record for sacks, like most sacks in season at Valley. So next thing I know, everybody. I got my ninth sack at homecoming. So everybody was like, man, one more sack and you broke it, bro. You broke it. So that's Southern University game. Yeah,
Uh, so So yeah, once you after that, your name's gonna be named as gonna be on that list for years to come. So that's a big plus.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So one thing always wanted to go to this the HBC Legacy Bowl. How was your time there at the combine, and how was the career day as well?
Man, I funny thing, I just got done talking to my uncle and godmom about this, man. I was telling them the experience is like no other. I mean, just from the time we got there, everything was taken care of. We was taken care of. I mean, from the nutrition that they had there for us to the recovery to what they were feeding us to the activities outside of it. And at the combine, everybody was just first class. You know, that was my first time seeing NFL scouts in one small setting. Being in the Saints facility was crazy, man. And the coaches was definitely helpful and just positive. Just if guys made a mistake, like hey, it's all right, get back up, do it again. Making sure that we weren't set up for failure. If you came out your 4-year stance the wrong way that they feel like was gonna make you run slow, they made you start over again to help us. And with the Legacy Bowl, it's the same thing. Just that was probably the most fun I've had playing football in a minute. Just the guys I met, being on a team with a bunch of guys who, we used to highlight them when we played them. To playing again, I'm playing with them. Like it was crazy, and everybody was great sports. Playing with that D line was amazing. The coaches, they were great. They wanted us to succeed as bad as we wanted to, so they put us in the positions to succeed. The food, of course, love the food. Man, best food I ever had. New Orleans did not disappoint. The crowd, the atmosphere on game day was crazy. Name on the back of my jersey was huge. I never had that, so that was definitely something for me. And the career fair, man, just seeing all those job opportunities that are available for us and just for everybody, and just seeing that it's more life than football. So just I talked to FBI special agents at the career fair. That's always my thing. Like I was like, man, I want to be a special agent. I want to be a special agent. So getting to talk to them was great. And you had guys from the Navy, just people that work for NFL teams that were actually working for them, giving you just a rundown of how things work. That was exciting, man. So that whole weekend, Doug Williams and all them, world class. Shout out to them. At that event, that whole week is gonna be huge. It's gonna end up being huge in years to come, man. I would advise every HBCU guy, if you were given the opportunity to participate in it, do it. Definitely do it.
Yeah, from when I was seeing it like on IG, like man, I got to get out there next year and just to,
Got
uh,
to. It's an
yeah,
experience like no other.
it looked amazing overall. Like
Yeah,
like from the facilities and we're at the hotels and everything. I'm like, yeah, I gotta pull up there next year for sure.
got to. It was great, man.
Yes, sir. So we kind of talked a little bit about the food. So in Texas, we are always about the barbecue, the Mexican food, and Big Red and everything. What are some foods that are like, say, Mississippi culture?
Soul food for one.
Oh,
That's it. Like I was telling one of my friends who I trained with, I was like, bro, y'all ain't got no soul food down here, man. What is soul food, man? What are the yams? What are the greens? What are the ham hocks? That's Mississippi culture right there. You come home on Sunday from church, get your fried chicken, egg chicken, the mac and cheese, the yams, the green, the string beans. Some people eat chillings. I don't eat chillings, but some
I
people.
can't do that either.
Yeah, you got the pork chops, man. You just know, it's family around the big table, the soul food, man. That's it right there. Like, you in Mississippi when you got you some good soul food. And everybody can tell Mississippi soul food from anybody else's soul food. It's just got that distinct taste to it, that distinct look to it. You like, yeah, somebody from Mississippi threw down on it. So that's
Yes,
so
sir. And I know Big Crit used to talk about it in this song, so I should already get a good idea about it for sure.
that's it.
Yes, sir. So let me see mine. So, lastly, my question is, what is your advice to any student athletes out there that want to go to college or want to reach their goal to go to the NFL? What is your advice to them?
Man, it can happen. You just gotta prioritize and know what you want to do because, of course, in college, it's a great experience. You're gonna meet some lifelong friends. You're gonna get your education. You're gonna have some good times, but at the same time, it's easy to get lost in college from what you to do once you set foot on that campus. So, if you want to go to the NFL, if you want to get this degree, if you want to do this job, you just gotta put your best foot forward in doing that and remember why you came there. And you always gotta make sacrifices. The number one thing is sacrifices. For me to be in the position I am right now to achieve what I achieved at Valley, I had to make sacrifices. And and sometimes it's gonna be hard to do, but at the end of the day, when you look back on it and you see the bigger picture, you'll be happy with what you accomplished once you sat down, locked in, and did what you set out to do. So it's easy once you mentally strong and you know what you want to do and you just go out there and do it, man. It's easy, just put your best foot forward, sacrifice some things. You got to give up some things to gain some things. That's number one motto. That was my motto at Valley. I gotta give up some stuff to gain some stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and yeah, so in the end run, it's like you're gonna reach your goals, but you, like you're saying, you got to make those sacrifices. If you don't, you won't get there. So you got to have it's kind of like the good blend.
definitely, definitely.
So my last thing for you is like you want to give any shout outs to anybody out there where they could find you at and everything. I know it's
Man,
at the bottom of the screen, but I just wanted to give you the floor.
man, just shout out to my agent, Miss Rashida Liberty, and the whole Lady Live family, my parents, God, my family, and just Mississippi Valley State as a whole for, what I'm saying, helping make me into the man I am today. And y'all can follow me at Instagram on Ronnie Thomas Zero or on Twitter at Ronnie with a zero Thomas.
Okay, hey, I appreciate you, Ryan, for being on the show. Hope to see your name on draft night in an NFL uniform, and I know anything you're gonna do great at it for sure.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely, bro. So this has been Tacos and Touchdown Live. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Man.
Hey.
Hey.